this tonight going to be a good night for your GMB Nottingham Panthers? This is Gary Moran, welcoming you along for the ride in association with Virgin Active. Tonight's Rapid Solicitors Elite League game between the GMB Panthers and sister club Braehead Clan is sponsored by Redbox Recorders. Our cameraman is Steve Wilkinson. Owen Bradley joins me in the commentary box for what promises to be an intriguing battle. Braehead are missing injured Kyle Bruce. He got hurt when he got battered by Colt King of Sheffield in retribution for a high hit which had earned Bruce a 3-match suspension. It's another battle of netminders with Craig Kowalski up against Suomalainen from Finland. Our referee once again is Michael Higgs. I think everyone will be hoping for consistency in all departments, including the men in black and white stripes and red armbands. We've got the league's top 3 scorers. Jordan Fox currently sandwiched between our former favourite Jade Galbraith and Mike Bayrak. Bayrak and Galbraith on the starting line with Krestanovic at centre for the visitors. Matthew Myers to take the first draw of the night for the GMB Panthers with Clark on his right wing and Brandon Benedict on his left. Myers and Wilson starting on defence for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Galbraith gives the puck away early doors. Benedict uses the boards, but it's picked off by Galbraith. He gets another bite at it. Fans unfairly booing the guy. He did a good job for us over 3 years, but he flapped his arms about last time he was here and upset the fans. To say it's just before Christmas, we've got a decent atmosphere going despite the size of the crowd. That'll be icing against Nottingham when they touch it, which they duly do through James Jorgensen. Looking forward to this one, Owen?
Yeah, I am. It's always nice to see the clan in town. Nice to see Jay Galbraith back as well. You mentioned the reaction he got from the crowd. They were kind of winning with him on their first visit here, and then there was a hit towards the end when the crowd suddenly started to turn a little bit, and that's what they've decided to be like tonight. So fingers crossed that doesn't come back to bite them by Jay Galbraith doing what he can do, putting on a pinpoint pass or putting the puck in the net.
Well, the pass up the middle channel works, but Matthew Myers can't work his magic, although Benedict comes back to mop up. He's got David Clark going through the middle now, but Benedict keeps onto the puck and Clark stays on side. Panthers get it in low. Benedict goes to try and get it behind the net, and he's done well against Jorgensen. David Clark's trying to win it back on the boards, and he nearly does, but it's chipped forward. It's gone beyond the clutches of 9 for the clan. Bayrak, former Belfast Giant, of course, when he arrived, Customs and Immigration promptly sent him back to Canada. Oh, late hit from Campbell on levers. Referees called it. They play it. Incoming. The one thing Nottingham have to do is start fast and furious. For 53 minutes against Coventry last time out here, they were by far the better team. Second period shots on goal, 16-5.
Yeah, I didn't see the game on Saturday, but I've heard a lot about it, and as you say, it sounds like the first few minutes were what did for the Panthers. I'm sure they'll all know that. They won't have needed to have been told that, but they will have been.
We were very generous first 7 minutes. We passed the puck, we wrapped it, we put a bow on it.
Penalty to the clan, number 37.
And they said thanks very much and put it in the back of the net. Saved by Suomalainen.
37, 2 minutes for charging.
Well, this will do a lot for Nottingham because it gives them the momentum and the man advantage early on, and any nerves perhaps that they might have had about how they were going to start the game will probably be helped by this. As long as they keep it tight, they'll probably look at the first 5 minutes and say, let's get through the first 5 minutes, let's be in control, and they'll be pleased with how they've started.
Beauregard right to the front, Fox with the shot. He'd won the draw for Nottingham and he kept the puck against Phillips on defence. Brother of the Phillips that plays at Coventry. He's Jordan Fox. Beauregard gets the shot away, but there was a bit of a stick in from a D-man, although he's kept it in for Nottingham and he's got it to Clark. Clark tries to stick handle, Bayrak tries to win it back. Jordan Fox loses his footing, but he's got a chance there and it's run through to Harima. Great hands on Jeff Harima when he gets going. Nice pass off the boards. Clark gives it back to Fox. Fox to Beauregard, trying to thread it to Harima, who was free. Beauregard tries to get it right through, then tries to go upstairs with a keeper down. Backhand is blocked by Bayrak, but that's not going to get past Corey Nielsen. Halfway through the power play. Oh, it's jumped over Fox's stick, but Nielsen's kept it alive as far as being in the attack zone. Fox turns away. He's Stick challenge, but the puck's back with Nottingham. Beauregard, snapshot, fumble by the keeper, but he gets to his own rebound. 39 seconds to go, second unit comes out. Not the better of the two power play units, but the power play first unit had created chances and, as Owen says, created momentum on which the Panthers hopefully can build.
Excellent shift from the first power play unit, keeping the puck in the zone. Plenty of desire when they did lose possession, and when you chase like that, you almost force mistakes. When we saw Bayrak try to clear it, couldn't get it out of the zone, it keeps it in. Nottingham get the reward for working so hard earlier in the shift.
This is a different unit. Danny Myers isn't on it now. Matt Francis is back on the blue line. Snapshot from Matt Myers. Matt Francis tries the one-timer backhand into the danger area, the channel right in front of the goal. It didn't come off, but Panthers still have the puck. Intercepting stick and then sent down the ice by Haywood. So both sides missing an important. No Scott Champagne for the GMB Panthers. No Carl Bruce, as I said at the top of the show, for the Clan. They're about to get the man back. Matthew Myers chips the wall and goes after it himself into the corner. Jorgensen's all over him. Matt Francis comes to help. Francis has the puck now. Clan get their man back. Francis just about loses out in the corner, and it's forward to the man who's just come out of jail, Campbell, Ryan Campbell from Wichita.
Unlucky there, Francis in the corner. Looked to me like he was held. It's one of those where some nights it'll get called and some nights it won't. And you mentioned consistency at the start of the game, and that's one of those things for the players. It's not just consistency in a game, that'd be great, but it's consistency from week to week as well. Francis is probably unlucky not to get another penalty there.
Yeah, and that's what was so infuriating last time out from referee Michael Hicks, because things that were being called weren't as serious as other things that were being waved off on a regular basis. That's going to be icing when it's touched, as it duly is, by 28, Tim Wedderburn. Much vaunted defenseman. They like him in the Clan. Second year with them. He was with them in their inaugural year last year, and they had a great year last year, but that was with Bruce Richardson at the helm. Now Drew Bannister is in charge. I haven't noticed Bannister on the ice yet. Steve Lee gets it forward off the skates of Fox. He goes and gets it himself off the boards. Harima keeps it in. Under the challenge. Ooh, snapshot from Stevie Lee. Just floated over the bar, and Brock Wilson gets it right back in. Harima sees what's happening and dispossesses Phillips. And you see, last week that was being called interference by this referee. Fox cleverly keeps Panthers onside, can't keep it in. Beauregard tries to rob it. Oh, and that's a lucky pass that's got through. Jorgensen drops it off for Bayrak at point. Needed that interception from Steve Lee, didn't it?
Well, first 5 minutes, I think Corey Nelson will be pleased with how the Panthers have started. Plenty of pressure, plenty of energy, particularly from the Beauregard line, which, you know, we kind of look at as the top line.
Oh, right to the front. David Clark can't get the shot away. Backhand from Benedict. And Matthew Myers just couldn't reach it.
Yeah, you don't always associate skill lines with the effort and the energy, but I think that you get that from that line as well. I think, for me, they're probably the best line in the league at the moment.
Oh, there was a lot of pressure, and Jade Galbraith had to drop it into the blue paint and let keeper Summerline and cover it up.
Tonight's 50-50 draw in association with...
Yeah, it tells you about the pressure when you see that. It's like a back pass in football in the days when you used to be able to pick it up with the hands. A sign when a team is under the cosh is when they give it back to the goalie to cover. Good pressure from Nottingham once again.
Panthers win the draw. Myers across. One-timer from Corey Nielsen. Just goes to the last side of the left-hand post. Levers. Fakes one way. They're all trying to get into scoring position in front. Good last second delay on the pass from Levers, but Francis couldn't get anything out of it. Chipped in by the Clan. Danny Myers deals with a man. Corey Nielsen deals with the puck, but it bounces through the legs of Mark Levers. We've had over 6 minutes. It's still goalless. That's better than last time out. Here's Krestanovic. Behind the play, Bannister's just changed. He's just come off, and good work by Fox. Wins the puck, but Now we've got a chance to take it forward again. Levers deals with his man, and it's 2-on-2. Lee jumping into the play. Oh, nice setup by Beauregard. Stevie Lee just couldn't get enough on it. Jorgensen loses out. Oh, again, Panthers set it up right in front. Can't get the shot away. Right to the front, stick behind. By Sumalainen, right to the front, picking his spot. Jeff Arima opens the scoring. Back of the net. Panthers take the lead at 6:50. And it was just looking like it was a question of time. Panthers building and building and building. And eventually the dam was broken and the Finnish goalie was broken at 6:50. Panthers 1, Clan 0.
Lovely goal, lovely finish by Jeff Arima, all on his own in front. Drifts into that space so well. And we've mentioned it earlier in the commentary as well. A lot of Nottingham players are trying to do that tonight. Drift to the space in front of the goalie, try and find yourself on your own. Exactly what Harima does. He has time to wait, pick his spot past the goalie, put it in for 1-0, and Nottingham will breathe a little bit easier now.
Goal for the Panthers, 8th of the season.
It's a start.
Jeff Harima.
Through the legs of Benedict, and they've waved icing off. Kind of got it round the boards. That little backhand through your own legs is a very popular move these days. Campbell can't get it past Benedict though. Good back checking by the former Belfast Giant, and he's got it right round the boards to Jordan Fox's cousin Brock Wilson. Benedict clever. Tees it up, Corey Nielsen. Has a look, loses his footing, still tries to find the back door. That could have just bounced through that one. So close. Gilipin gets over halfway, sends it in. It's over the height of the glass, so the face-off will come outside the zone. Tonight's match in the Rapid Solicitors Elite League is sponsored by Red Box Recorders, great friends and supporters of your GMB Nottingham Panthers. Do you not have a Christmas party to go to tonight, Alan?
I'm missing a carol concert, but I'll cope.
We had carols in the foyer from the great kids at Bluebell Hill School.
Well, unfortunately, I arrived about a minute before face-off, so if they're out there at the interval, I'll be. Well, I think that was my immediate thought. I always seem to get here if I'm in a rush, just about in time. Always something happens, whether it's a broken down bus or.
Well, what happened with Brayhead was they broke down on the motorway, but there was no hard shoulder. So when the police got there, they wouldn't let them unload the bus and put it on the new bus because it was too unsafe to do so. Right. So they had to. They wouldn't let them get off and push it, which was my suggestion. I think they should have pushed it, you know, about 15 miles down the motorway.
I think that's what Danny Myers had to do tonight as well. I think his car broke down on the way in.
Yeah.
Good night for it.
No, it's been a long day. Oh, that's no good off the boards. Gilipin and backdoor, it needed Kowalski. And then Gilipin makes up for his mistake and pushes Campbell out the way, and Kowalski deals with it. Great save from Kowalski to save Gilipin's blushes.
Really good save, and Jake Galbraith's annoyed at his teammate for not finishing that one. The number of times we saw Jake Galbraith do that for Nottingham, he's always aware of where players are on the ice, so when the play breaks down and he gets the puck, even if he's not had possession, his team hasn't had possession, he knows exactly where his player is. One touch pass straight to the back post, pulls a really good save out of Craig Kowalski.
Brock Wilson's just lost his footing there, but there's that backhand pass, and it's worked to Jordan Fox. He's made some room and he's got it to Harima. Harima can't quite control it, and eventually the Clan try to get it out. They go the other way this time. Zajac goes after it. He's giving it away. Panthers can't keep it in the zone this time. But there's great communication, although this is a 3-on-1. Back door, Bayrak. Great play by Stevie Lee, got down, it hit him on the thigh pad and went upstairs. I'm just going to say there's great communication between Lee and Brock Wilson at the start of that last Panthers attack. We heard up here 300 feet away Brock Wilson screaming, Stevie, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. So Stevie Lee faked the clearance into danger area with two forwards forechecking down their left wing, and he very gently backhanded it across, and Brock Wilson got it and sent it down the left wing, and it led to a Panthers attack. Now they have to defend, and Matthew Myers gets it out to the boards. Danny Myers loses out to Conlon and Kristanovic, and it's behind the net, but Corey Nielsen gets there first, and then it rolls up his stick and he can't control it, although I think David Blaine would have struggled to control that one. David Clark takes it forward, still needs, is it 4 goals to set the all-time record?
Yep, think so, 4 more.
He tried hard on Saturday, probably tried too hard. Ooh, he gets a snapshot away out of nothing. Muscles his man out the way. Connon. Vince Connon. Sounds like he should have starred in a German movie from the mid-70s. You know, where Steve Wilkinson used to ply his trade on the camera lens. There's a lob pass. Gary Owen, as they used to call it. What was he called, that rugby commentator? Eddie somebody. Steve will whisper it in my ear in a minute. Here's Franny. Side netting. Stevie Lee. They blocked the route to goal, didn't they? And he had to shoot it a little wide. It needed one of those sticks sticking out just to deflect it back in.
Yeah, but
Eddie Waring.
It's better.
Come to me.
There you go. It's better from Stevie though, because we've sat here before and said one of the things that he does need to work on, as Geep slaps one that's blocked away, is not putting his shot straight into the legs of the D-man. He's better to put it to the side of the net there, where it might take a deflection or come back off the boards.
Exactly.
Than he is just putting it straight into the legs.
Good hustle by Levers, wins the puck, and Lakovitz gets it across to Franny. There's a lot of speed and skill on this line. 2 Brits and a Canadian, and Stevie Lee's on the defence. Phillips' outstretched stick blocks Francis's shot. Braehead's turn to try and lob it down the ice, but they didn't lob it as successfully as Nottingham, and Nottingham have got it all the way down their end. Jordan Fox is on a search and destroy mission, look, trying to win the puck deep in their territory. Campbell's little drop pass, read beautifully by Harima. Galbraith can't get it. Harima makes room for the shot, tries to shoot through a 5-0. Oh, and David Alexander Beauregard. You know, in another game, this is his 4th period in a row where he's been pulling wonderful passes off, and there just hasn't been somebody on the end of them. Nice pass by Wilson, hard pass to Fox. He's got it now, he has a look, protects it, swings around, goes back, feeds it across. Stick in from Campbell, spoils the attack, but Fox faked it backwards, and it's poked down the ice by Jade Galbraith, who immediately goes for a change on the fly. And Kowalski has all the time in the world. We've had, what, 11 and a half minutes, and Panthers lead by a goal to nil.
Well, this is the other great thing about the pressure from that first line and the work ethic of that Nottingham first line, is that when you do get a mistake like that or an interception like that, the defenders are too tired to chase it up. Great hit from Guy there to block the man off. The defenders are too tired to chase it up. They go for the line change. That means the danger's gone immediately.
It was that man Ryan Campbell who took the hit. Corey Nielsen wasn't sure if he was going to stretch enough and get there, and he just got there. He had an excellent game against Coventry, Corey Nielsen. You missed it. I scored him 10 out of 10.
Well, he likes to play against Cov. He was delighted when he got that equaliser at their Bonn a couple of weeks ago.
I can't say the same about anybody else, though. Kowalski ducks under it, quite rightly. He was going miles wide.
7 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first period of tonight's Rapid Solicitors Elite League game, sponsored.
But no, it's a good first period thus far for Nottingham. Braehead haven't really had any sustained pressure in the Nottingham zone, which says a lot about how hard Nottingham have been working. Always the danger of teams breaking away. Often Nottingham have so much pressure here. They just dominate teams so much that the only danger is that they score a goal on the break, and it's difficult to defend or to put in a system against that. But in terms of pressure, offensive zone pressure, there's been nothing from Braehead.
McPherson's shot is gloved by Kowalski. I was just looking at that play. Rewind it, folks, on the DVD. They win the draw, Braehead, and they set it back to exactly where a man would be, but they didn't have anybody there. They sent it back to David McCallum, the actor, the Invisible Man. You won't remember any of this, do you? You've never even heard of David McCallum, have you?
Heard of the Invisible Man, read the book.
Yeah. David McCallum played the Invisible Man on the telly. He also played Iri Kyriakin in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I remember The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
He was in that, blonde-haired geezer. He was in The Great Escape. You'll see that at Christmas. One of the top 3 films of all time.
Alongside
The Railway Children and Bad Santa. Have you seen Bad Santa?
No.
Oh, so close, David Alexander Beauregard at the back door. Jordan Fox is busy being it, the fantastic Mr. Fox, which I gather is a very good film.
To run alongside the
No, bad Santa.
Virgin Active, the official health club.
I can have a decent stab at the concept.
It's about a black dwarf who plays an elf, and I can't, off the top of my head, I'm having one of those moments where I can't remember.
Billy, what's it, Thornton?
Yeah, Billy Thornton, Billy
Yeah.
Bob, and he plays Santa. He's a drunk, and every year they get a job in a big shop in a shopping mall, and on Christmas Eve the dwarf hides behind and then turns the alarm off, and Billy Bob breaks into the safe, and sticking from Nielsen denies Galbraith's shot any chance of reaching Kowalski's net. And then every Christmas, you know, they steal the money, and then because he befriends what I can only call a very fat, ugly kid, Billy Bob has second thoughts and almost turns Queen's Evidence, sort of, but it's not like that, so I haven't spoiled the film. It's one of my favourite films. You have to be in the mood for it, though. It's not it's not Miracle on 34th Street, trust me.
It's not the Snowman.
No one's walking on air in Bad Santa. Would be in my top 3, though. Jordan Fox, can he stick handle his way past? It's 1 on 4. And he's still hustling and bustling. We've only had the one penalty so far from referee Michael Hicks. He's consistently not called anything. He's Bayrak. One-handed by Danny Mize gets it to neutralise, but it's back with Bayrak. Came out there. Kowalski's backhand was a little strong, but Nielsen's corralled it now. We've had 14 minutes. Panthers lead by a goal to 0. Oh, Matthew Mize tried the tricky little pass, and the second attempt gets to David Clark. David Clark sees Benedict coming in, but I think he was screened. He didn't see the player in the way. Campbell's shot dealt with by Kowalski.
Thought Kowalski might keep that one moving, keep the play going around the boards. 3 Panthers
He
players
didn't quite
around
get it,
him,
though,
but
did he?
yeah.
It wasn't a clean
Yeah, better safe than
control.
sorry, for sure. Just hope Panthers don't get a bit agitated. They've got the lead. They've been by far the better side. Nothing really golden for Braehead, but you know, you just kind of feel sometimes with Nottingham, if they don't get the goals and get them early, they do get a bit worried, a bit agitated.
Yeah, but remember this time last year, Owen, we were all moaning about Panthers' second period because it was always flat. And this year it's been more the first 10 minutes that's been flat. So tonight that's not happened, touch wood. Can look dangerous on the break, though, McPherson. Oh, that was a good double save from Kowalski. Tried to stick it out. It hit Campbell, came straight back at him, and he was there to slam the stable door shut. The Capital FM Arena's filled up quite nicely tonight in the end. It was a steady walk up tonight. It's a big ask asking the fans to come. It was the only date available. But, you know, 4 days before Christmas.
Well, I think the fans understand as well that it's done for a logical decision for the Challenge Cup game. And I think they'll come out and support for that reason. They understand it's a sensible decision and they want to be here to see their team. Even if they didn't have the best night of the weekend, they'll expect them to turn it around, and that's why they're here. And so far, that's exactly what they've seen.
Well, I've never been a fan of overtime and penalties anyway. I'd rather take a draw as a draw. It was invented by one of the, I think he's passed away now, but it was the bloke who used to be in charge at Cardiff. And I think he'd watched the Mighty Ducks. And he wanted penalties. He wanted to spice it up for some reason.
Well,
I just think a draw's a draw. I think all it does is move the boring bit, the alleged boring bit, to a different period of the game.
You know, it's an interesting argument, and it's an argument that will go on for as long as overtime shootouts in the game. Personally, I quite like overtime. I don't like the shootout. But you know, it just if anything, it warps records. I mean, you look at the NHL, where if you were a .500 team, you were a good side, you were a playoff team, and now just about every man and his dog's a .500 team. It's more like .65, but everybody still looks at the old stat.
My big gripe about it is some games now carry a 3-point value as opposed to a 2-point value.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the Sheffield Belfast game a couple of weeks ago, where the worst thing for Nottingham was that it would go to overtime because both sides would get something out of it, and that's exactly what happens.
And there is a mathematical solution to the problem. 3 points for a win, 2 points for an overtime or penalty shot win, 1 point if you take the team. i.e. draw in regulation. But the problem with that is when it's 3 points for a win, as it was once in the Super League. We're not playing offside, obviously, on this attack, because there's no way Jade Galbraith stretched that back leg over the blue line. Look at him flapping there and moaning at the linesman.
Join the team behind the team. Become a member.
In the year where they had 3 points through, and I think it was Sheffield, by Christmas, the table looked ridiculous. Yeah, I think teams caught them up, but at Christmas they were like 30 points ahead or 20 odd points ahead, obviously a multiple of 3, so let's say 24 points ahead, and it just looked like it was all over, and it took the edge off games.
No, absolutely. And I mean, personally, and I think it's kind of a hockey mentality, 3 points. We wait for Benny to try and
it was a
skill
nice
in.
move, wasn't it?
3 points for a win in hockey just doesn't seem right to me.
No, it doesn't work.
And it never will.
I wouldn't do it. If I was made commissioner, that honestly is not going to happen.
You never know, Gary.
Well, surprisingly, some people
Pigs might fly.
Some people might not like me to be the commissioner. But if I was commissioner, one of my first jobs would be 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and we stop at 60 minutes. I wouldn't have it for fun. I just don't like it. Well, that pass was to no one, but Galbraith's gone and got on it. He's trying to work his way to the front. Can't get the shot away at the first attempt. Has to dish it off, and Panthers smother the attack. And between them, Clark and Matthew Myers get it over halfway, and Jade Galbraith doesn't make much of an effort to stop Clark getting it down the ice, and then even deeper on the pass to Lakovitz in the corner. Francis was looking like he was going to get there to help. Blind backhand pass, Panthers get it out. Krestanovic, Lakovitz on him, tries to lift his stick, can't, but at least force him back. 18 minutes gone, Panthers still lead by a goal to nil. This is Bayrak. There's a lot of spinning round and turning, Panthers cutting off channels and making them regroup and think about it. Francis faked to play it back to the D, and instead the D have jumped in the shape of Corey Nielsen. Brings it right to the front, and it's, double squeeze. It's bouncing around right in front. They finally whacked it to the corner. Levers gets to it first. Has to lift it because of the advancing defenseman, but Jordan Fox has made a point to get in there. Beauregard, Fox is back on his feet. Beauregard brings it out front. Can he get the shot away? Yes, he can. Low, it's on the floor, and it's covered up by Suomalainen with 86 seconds to go on the period.
Yet again, I think Panthers are unlucky not to be on the power play right now. Jordan Fox races to the puck right on the boards. In the end, he ends up behind the referee, which might explain it. But he gets to the puck first, and then he's not so much hit as his legs are taken from under him, and he goes down and keeps possession in the end. But again, it's a penalty Nottingham could have, and a 2-0 lead at the end of one looks a lot better than a 1-0 lead.
1-0 lead looks better than 3-0 down, though. So. As you can tell, last Saturday's opening spell still rankles with someone. Jorgensen at point, shoots it straight at Harima, and now Panthers break. Harima and Beauregard 2-on-2. Bannister and Jorgensen with the job of trying to protect, and they're getting help. The cavalry's arriving. The Panthers trying, it was Matthew Myers trying to pull a move, and it's not worked, and now Brayhead break the other way. Everyone's flapping at it, and it's still kept bouncing, and McPherson's got it across the back. Nielsen tries to jump in. Now he gets a chance, but he's giving it straight to McPherson. Panthers trying to get back. Brock Wilson doing his job, getting all over his man. Galbraith feeds it to the front. Great pad save. Rebound comes out. Adam Walker, who needs a couple of points still to get to 100 in the league. Former Manchester player, and Panthers do get it out. They use the boards, and Bannister, well, you see, that would have been interference with other referees, and it was an interference sometimes with this referee on Saturday. Because if you chip the wall and go around the player and the player takes you out, that is what the interference rule is all about. Last couple of seconds. Bannister, long-range effort, off target. 20 minutes gone, much better from Nottingham. They lead by a goal to nil against the Brayhead clan in the Rapid Solicitors Elite League. In a match sponsored by Red Box Recorders. Second period coming straight up.
The Brayhead clan, nil. All great action coming up.
The players will be back after this short message from our headline sponsor. We know it's interrupting the interesting bit, but bear with us. We think you'll like this. Do you have a mortgage? Are you thinking about getting on the property ladder? Would you like to check if you could pay less on your monthly repayments? Then why not talk to Nottingham Mortgage Services? When you get mortgage advice from us, we won't just find you deals offered by only one lender. We search thousands of mortgages from over 60 lenders to find the right deal for you. Visit thenottingham.com to find out more or request a callback. Everything can be done from the comfort and convenience of your own home. Now back to the Nottingham Panthers.
Yes, refrigeration and air conditioning specialists. On Craig Kowalski and the Panthers goal 8.
I just made the comment on the hotline that Suomalainen was the busier of the two keepers, and so it proves to be with the shots on goal tally of 13-8. Not as one-sided as other periods, but not a bad first period effort from the GMB Nottingham Panthers, and indicative of their dominance in that period. But there was just the one power play to the Panthers. Nothing came on that.
So here we go. Start
Jade Galbraith having a chat with referee Michael Hicks.
in tonight's Rapid Solicitors Elite League game, sponsored by Red Box Recorders. When you need to know a
So it's the league's power line. Krestanovic at centre.
Any noise from the fans?
Used to play with Corey Nielsen. Jade Galbraith right wing. Used to play with Corey Nielsen. And on the left, Mike Bayrak used to play with Brandon Benedict. Benedict tries the one-handed sweep, but it doesn't work, and Krestanovic gives it out to Bayrak. Bayrak gets the feet going, comes and shoots. Glove save, needed to be a good save. Galbraith looking for the rebound, tied up by Brock Wilson.
Smart save by Kowalski early in the period. Good play from the Clan as well to get a shot on early. You never know, you might catch the goalie cold. He's had to move ends, new net. Might not quite be there with his angles, but good stop from Killer.
As much as anything, it'll be the lighting that affects a goalie, won't it? Because you know, when he's gone to that end, he's got a blank, back, dark area at that end. Whereas at this end, you've got more lights. You've got an advertising display board that he's looking down at, and bodies, so that it's a mottled background, if you see what I mean. Jorgensen being hustled and harried by Benedict. No call. The 4 Brayhead Clan fans, who I think got their tickets off the team. I don't think they bought them. Krestanovic, it bounces over his stick. Panthers get some sticks in there, and Galbraith's shot again is blocked by David Clark, smartly putting the stick in, taking the sting out of it.
Yeah, Bray held the players in the tunnel for as long as possible before they came out, hoping to catch Panthers to start the period. Maybe they think that they start all periods badly, like they started badly on Saturday. Important couple of minutes to get through with the 1-goal lead, and then Nottingham can go back to cycling the puck and trying to dominate at the other end of the ice.
Well, we half won the draw, but not completely. Campbell plays it right across, and it just rolls off the stick of Matt Francis, but it did enough to deflect it out of the danger area. Now Francis goes to get it early, but he's banged it around the boards, but now Panthers get a proper chance to clear. Oh, they don't, and Lakovic gives it straight back in, and it needs a save from the spin and shot from Campbell. Bayrak and Bannister have obviously got the Clan fired up. They've obviously said, let's get straight back into it. Early door, second period.
Well, they didn't really have many sustained spells in the Nottingham end in the first period. I mean, I'm a bit surprised at 8 shots, but I suppose they did have a lot of rushes, plenty of speed. You know, it's sometimes it's easy to look good doing that, sitting back and then hitting people on the break. You can look dangerous without really being that dangerous. Where Nottingham had all the play, all the possession, and you know, looked like the ones who were going to score.
The diagonal dump in by Levers nearly worked, and Francis nearly got to it. Clan had to sweep it down the ice, and it's off the boards from Nielsen's attempt to get it out. Haywood has a chance to send it back in with Campbell, and he does. Campbell shot mile off target though. Phillips goes back for it, gives it to Brock McPherson. Well, they're a mile offside, and the referee waved that off. They were a mile offside. He waved it off because we touched it. They're still offside if we touch it. That's icing against Nottingham, so it comes back to where the pass was made from.
Just struggled to get a stick on the puck at the start of the...
They've got that, sorry, Owen, but they have clearly given ice in there, and we touched it, didn't we? Oh, whatever.
Yeah, key already started the period. Nottingham struggling to get their foot really in the door, but not looked too vulnerable thus far.
No one knew where the puck was. It had actually gone behind David Beauregard. Panthers get it for Terimi. He has to hustle to get it back, but he does and gets it in behind the Bray head net. They wing it round the boards in a bad bounce from Nottingham's perspective. Goes all the way down the ice. That could be icing, and it is. They noticed that one.
Nice to know that we still know the rules.
Well, I've never forgotten them. 22.5 minutes gone, and this is the first time Panthers have been in the Clan's end for the 2.5 minutes we've had so far of the second period. Well, it's up on the shelf, and now it's on the back of the net. Jordan Fox knocks it off and goes and gets it. Good play. Trying to keep the momentum on. Beauregard uses the net. It hits Jordan Fox on the arm. Could have gone anywhere. Was off target. Nielsen keeps it in. It's round the back. Jordan Fox gets to it, stretches. Beauregard battles for it, tries to bring it out the front. Jorgensen stretches, can't get it. Referee doesn't call the hook. Panthers stretching for it. Jordan Fox turns into the corner. Confident in his abilities to win out, but he doesn't. Well, I thought Zajac had lost his footing there before he went down, and Beauregard's going, so it's the first power play of the night to the Clan, and they've got the league's top boys, and Bannister comes on.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of a make-up. I wasn't sure about that one, but...
Oh yeah, it's coming down to our end. We've changed it. Sorry, I was going to ask you to explain why we're having a face-off at that end of the ice.
No, they're not going to get everything wrong. Yeah, maybe a bit of a make-up call. The first one perhaps was a hook, maybe not. I was just getting the impression until that call that Michael Hicks has decided just to call as little as possible this game, because there's a lot that he's let go.
Well, he's got a long way to get home to Cardiff, so the fewer whistles he makes tonight, the quicker he sets off.
Well, we've had a late start as well. Maybe that's in the back of his mind.
Yeah. They set off early as well, because they were a bit late last time.
Yes, yeah.
Not last week, but last time on a midweek, they didn't allow enough for it. Corey Nielsen whacks it down the ice. Jade Galbraith hanging around way offside to try and distort the defensive qualities of the Panthers. Was caught way offside, so he couldn't play it.
You can see why he's doing it, but it's just a bit lazy really from Galbraith. If he gets his head up and he looks at the other end of the ice, he'll see his goalie with the puck and he'll see that he's going to move it quickly. So he needs to move quickly.
He's got that lazy river style, hasn't he? Corey Nielsen bangs it down the ice and gives his troops a chance to get off the ice, and 4 sets of fresh legs come on. Stevie Lee and Guy Lepin at the back. Guy Lepin gets into it. Yep, 70 seconds to go on the power play. Good
decisive play on the boards from Lepin. You don't want to get caught there. He does really well. Good chasing from Lakovitz as well.
Yeah, it was player coach Bannister that got caught, and now Panthers have a chance. Teddy draws a penalty. They've lost the power play. Kowalski's gone to the bench. Panthers have evened it up on manpower right now. Guy Lepin circles the net and whacks it on target.
Now, I would have liked to see Guy Lepin hang on to that for just a few more seconds, keep the play moving, set up. I know he sees glory.
D-man. He's a D-man. He's not supposed to get round the far side of the net with it.
January the 15th are now on sale. Season ticket holders, you have a £3 discount. That's available on your tickets until January the 8th.
What have we had now? 24 minutes and 18 seconds. 48 seconds of 4-on-4.
Penalty to the Clan number 7, Drew Bannister, 2 minutes for slashing.
It's the player coach who gave up the man advantage. Campbell tries to get past Wilson. He's dumped it in and he's gone round him.
4 minutes, 18 seconds. 2-4, 1-8.
Danny Myers, soccer style, intercepts, uses the boards. It's no good, but Matthew Myers tries to win it back. Phillips chips it forward nicely. Beautiful interception by the prone Brock Wilson. Oh, Mark Levis could have been away to the races if the pass had been on the tape. In 6 seconds' time, Panthers go to a power play for 70 seconds. Corey Nielsen needs to get there to break this one up. Deals with his man just about, and Panthers win the puck, and they have got 60 seconds of power play right now and the puck. Harima. Nice interplay with Nielsen. Oh, Nielsen's shot intercepted. Harima can't do anything with that. Panthers have in effect given it away, and it's a 2-on-1. Beauregard gets back to try and deal with Bayrak. And linesman O'Halloran spots the offside and blows the play down.
Just like to see a bit more awareness from Nottingham in all situations, really. Danny Myers dumps it when he's only got 6 seconds left before Panthers go to the power play, when he'd be better off just holding the puck. And then when they got into the zone there, Nielsen goes for the shot when he probably should have kept tapping it with Harima. And all that after Nottingham got into the zone so well. It's often the most difficult part is to get in effectively. And Harima took the puck in and was in exactly the right position. Nielsen too. And then maybe a little bit of a silly rush decision. Panthers maybe just trying to force something to happen.
The Panthers had to win the puck back after the Colorado draft pick Krestanovic won the draw, but they've got it in the corner now. Oh, that's a hit from Jorgensen from behind, not given. The Panthers have 3 men deep in enemy territory. They got the puck out to Nielsen. Clan get their man back in seconds. He steps out of jail now.
And the Clan are back to full strength.
Harima faked the pass to Beauregard, tried the shot himself, it was intercepted. Bannister, he's a D-man. He's gone back to D territory. He's an NHLer, isn't he, Drew Bannister?
Mm-hmm. Really lovely pass from Corey Nielsen. Rob Lakovic waiting on the blue line. If he'd have controlled it, he'd have been on in his own. Good pass from the player coach. Just a bit unfortunate from Lakovic.
He had 176 games in the show, the player coach of the Brayhead Clan. Francis steals it. Shoots into the glove, but it needed the glove save, and at last Panthers have mounted an attack in the second period, and we're, what, 7 minutes into it.
Likes to go high short side, Matt Francis. Just to go back to that hit on Jordan Fox in the corner, it wasn't a big hit, but it's a hit I really don't like because he goes in head first to the boards. It's the kind of thing that now in the NHL would get you a penalty at least, and maybe even a look from Brendan Shanahan. It's just a hit that doesn't need to be made. You can give the guy a push, you can control him into the boards, but you never want to push a fellow pro into the boards head first, no matter how hard you're pushing him. It's just dangerous and needless.
That Brendan Shanahan was quite a tough cookie, wasn't he, in his own day in the NHL, and now he's proven how tough he is as the head of discipline, and he's handing out. He's not standing for any nonsense.
No, well, I think that's why it works, isn't it? That players remember the type of player he was and the type of competitor he was, and they also know he's the kind of guy that if he did something wrong and he was suspended, he'd probably take it like a man as well. And I think that's why it works. There's been some things I've not necessarily agreed with. There was a hit the other night on Adam Lawson of my team, the New Jersey Devils, where it was pure elbow to head, but it was one of those, well, the guy moved his body at the last moment. I would say, well, why is the guy going in with chicken with elbows? But, you know, on the whole, he's done an excellent job.
Clan working out of a fashion. Campbell sends a lob one in. Danny Myers gets back. Haywood still has the puck though. Danny Myers still trying to win it for Nottingham. Poke check on Krestanovic. He gets double shifted, doesn't he, at centre, Krestanovic. Matthew Myers tries to come out the other side with the puck and he wins it. And oh, the backhand to Clark is just picked out by Zajac, the lad who got injured in that big incident early doors in our league, where Doucette was led off by the disciplinarians. Danny Myers jumps into the play, can't get the shot away, and it's left Jade Galbraith wide open at the back door. It's a one-on-one. Galbraith shoots into the back of the net. He was left all alone at the back post by Danny Myers jumping into the play, and Jade Galbraith has screamed down the ice, one-on-one, and we know Jade will score. We know what he will do. He fires it in low, and at 28-22, it's an equalising goal. We've got a 1-1 game.
Well, how many times have you seen Jake Galbraith do that for the Panthers? I've mentioned it a few weeks ago, I think probably when the Clan were last in town, but there's only 2 players Craig Kowalski's ever been scared of on the breakaway. One's David Alexander Beauregard, the other is Jake Galbraith. That's exactly why. You know, we often expect him to go to the backhand and go high. That's kind of the Galbraith move. That move's not on, so he decides to shoot it, scores 1-1 game. Clan probably deserved that based on the 10 minutes of this period. Important to see how Panthers respond to that, really.
Assistant 9, Mike Bayrak, and 10, Jordan Krestanovich.
Well, although they'd had the pressure, I don't think there's any need for Panthers to go 4 so far in, if you know what I mean.
It's one of those situations, though, where, you know, I don't think most players, or any players, take up that position that Jay Galbraith takes there. A lot of coaches would scream at him and go, you know, that's really lazy, and that's a really nice hit on him from Jordan Fox. But you know, it's difficult to defend sometimes against unorthodox players, and that's surely a stick to the face, is it not, referee?
Yeah. Panthers build the attack. Leaves directed it on target. Jordan Fox wins the puck, but Guy Lepin was concentrated on getting to his position, didn't realise the puck was there. Then gets the poke check in and gets a little rebound, gets it back. Matt Francis has to stretch, can't get control of it, so it wasn't an opportunity to do a one-on-one. It could have been. Guy Lepin gets back. Campbell comes across, but Guy Lepin's got it to Francis. Francis has got it down the ice. Lakovitz turns it inside. It bounces kindly. Steve Lee tees it up. Lakovitz takes it on. Stick handles in. Panthers get ruled onside there, and they weren't.
No, but a bit more jump from Nottingham, which is much better. Playing with a lot more speed after the goal. Good hit. Really good hit, Steve Lee.
Lined him up and finished it. Teddy Benedict does his business. Jorgensen from behind just takes the stupid dumb penalty when his side's just got back to even. Kowalski's got to the bench. Panthers have got the extra skater on.
Again, I don't really know what Danny Myers is trying to do there. Give it to Wilson. Wilson has the time to decide whether you should put it on net or give it back to Myers for the shot. Instead, he just tries to scramble to the middle and put it through traffic, when the extra guy who's come on doesn't even have time to get to the front to provide an extra bit of traffic. Again, just little decisions from Nottingham, but a chance to retake the lead now on this power play.
Jorgensen sits for 2. Jorgensen's from Sault Ste. Marie, the birthplace of a former Panthers favourite. Great guy as well. Freddie Pellini came from Sault Ste. Marie. Panthers win it. David Clark cleverly keeps it in, uses the boards. Beauregard uses the boards to get it to Fox, and Fox immediately gives it across to Huck to Harima.
Bags of room for Clark on the far side.
Got to get it to him though. Bannister's hit was a bit dodgy.
Again, I just don't like these hits where it ends up with guys going face first into the boards. It's the third one we've seen in the game. One's been called, and even this one that was called was only called on the second shove. Of course, what we haven't discussed, Gary, is the ban for Aaron Clark.
I honestly, all I know is he charged referee Andy Carson. Haven't seen it. Haven't watched tape of it, haven't seen it, don't know if it's fair, don't know anything about it, can't comment. Referee ducks, it nearly hit him in the head, would have missed his brain by 4 feet. What did you say then? Right. Can Guy Lepin get something going on the PP for Nottingham? Matt Francis sends it in. Lakovitz gets it out of his feet, but it's in the feet of Benedict. He protects it well though. Lepin takes the short pass, gives it over to Francis. Francis has a look. Walk in with it, son, make something happen. Collapse the box, takes the shot, pad save. Phillips uses the boards but can't get it out. Deflected shot. Matthew Myers tries to win it. Guy Lepin keeps it in again. Last 25 seconds of the power play. Matt Francis just throws it into the feet, and then the deflection deceives Guy Lepin. And Jorgensen's ready to come out of jail. Francis gets it on target. Keeper thinks about covering up, can't. Lakovitz tries to win it. Now, Clan have a chance, and Panthers need to watch the box. There's a guy coming out of the box. He's out now.
And the Clan are back to full strength.
Good play by Brock Wilson. 2 Panthers players leave it to each other. Francis was heading to the bench for a change on the fly. And Danny Myers could have got done for too many men if he'd actually reached that puck. Jordan Fox decides to bring it out himself. Brock Wilson, there's the diagonal dump. There's nothing wrong with dump and chase. It's dump and watch that doesn't work, and Panthers were guilty of watching a little bit there. Fox throws a hit and it's won the puck back. It's in his feet, but he cleverly brings it out. Great skills. Brock Wilson with a shot, ricochets around, could have gone anywhere. 33 minutes gone. Panthers and Clan tied at 1 apiece. Beauregard takes it round the back, tries to come round for the wraparound snapshot. Sumalayan just alert enough to it. It's bouncing around. Panthers have kept it in, but there's no one deep in territory to collect that one, and Panthers change on the fly instead.
Interesting how close Brock Wilson was to Jay Galbraith for that whole shift. At one point, Panthers had possession, where normally just break off.
Benedict gets it over, but it's a feather pass that bounces over the stick of Matthew Myers. Brandon Benedict goes to get it himself right in front. David Clark can't get the tip. It comes off a D-man's stick and goes over the boards.
Thought we'd seen an outstanding glove save from the gentleman in the crowd with the black hat, but let it go through his fingers. Hits the girl behind him. Oh well, won't be getting her number. But yeah, back to the plate. Unlucky from Benedict. The guy went down, realised he probably should have made the pass earlier, then tried to feather it over. One of those, if it pulls it off, it's absolutely gorgeous to see. Good win from Nottingham.
Tom Norton on for his first shift with Corey Nielsen. Brandon Benedict corrals the puck and then sends it in, and the keeper sends it right round. It bounces over David Clark's stick. He gets it the second attempt, but then loses it. Panthers try to win it back, and it's over with young Sam Zajac. Geordie boy with Newcastle last year. He sends it in low. David Clark's all the way back to win it, uses the boards and gets it to Benedict. Chips it out, but only as far as Jorgensen again. This pass to Zajac was out of reach, and it's chipped one side of him and Lakovic goes the other way, and then they blow the play down for offside. Did the guy change on the fly at the back? I didn't see.
No, didn't see that one either. Unlucky from Francis chipping it in. Would have been difficult to reach the puck. Better from Nottingham since the Clan goal. Certainly been the better side since then. Better side for the whole game as well. But no really glorious scoring chances for either side since that Clan goal, really.
Nice to see Tommy Norton getting a shift. The Nottingham lad, playing with Milton Keynes, isn't he, this year? In the EPL as well as with us, but he's so popular. You know, it's such a welcome he gets in the locker room. Oh, good pass from Lakovic, but Stevie Lee didn't get it, but at the second attempt he got the shot away, but only as far as levers. Now he's got it across to Lepine. Lepine has to dump it in, and dump it in he does, and it's a flat puck that dies, but they still manage to get it out. Now Lako has a chance to take it in. Panthers onside. Lakovic has to send it in the corner. Levers protects the puck. Galbraith's on him. Levers loses out. Clan have a chance to clear. Oh, Stevie Lee got into a tangle. Bayrak, fortunately from Nottingham's perspective, only gives it as far as Lakovic, and he has to hustle and bustle. He's got it across to Levers.
Penalty coming as well.
Draws the hooking call. Was it Krastanovic that was doing the hooking? He's arguing. Tell him what you think of him, Krastanovic. No, really tell him. Tell him. I'm not sure they were married either.
Well, let's see if Nottingham can make a power play count. First line looks excellent tonight in every situation. See if they can get a power play goal. Bring this crowd to its feet again.
Look at this from Drew Bannister though. Player coaches are not allowed to talk to referees. It's in the rule book. So Michael Higgs just says to Drew Bannister, thanks for your input. There's only one person in charge. Now shut up or I'll put you in the box and they'll have a 5-on-3. And that's the end of that. That'll stop it straight away.
Yeah, again, it is disappointing that the refs don't stick to that one when it's a pretty well established rule.
You can see the NHL quality in Bannister. He seals and pins his man. He made a mistake, but he tried to make amends. It's across to Corey Nielsen now for Nottingham, though. Bit of height on it, and Bannister has a chance to clear. It's 2-on-2. They're short-staffed, though, remember, and he just floats one in. Corey Nielsen had him lined up, and Drew Bannister turned away from it. Jordan Fox gives it to David Clark and gets it back. Now, can Panthers set it up for a signature goal from David Clark on this one? Good play by Corey Nielsen to read the play and get to the dump. Jorgensen tries to clear, David Clark gets to it, nice backhand to Harima, Harima to Nielsen, Nielsen to Harima. Lots of time on the power play still, 70 seconds. Clark to Nielsen, they know about Clark's shot, they're trying to block it, the pass to him. Nielsen, Clark, one-timer, blast it, just off target, rebound. Jordan Fox, it rolled up the stake, didn't it? It just rolled up the tape, so he couldn't get momentum on the puck and send it goal-bound.
Yeah, excellent play from Nottingham's first line again. You mentioned that they were trying to keep a man on Clark at all times, did really well to find the space. Shot wasn't far away.
Matthew Myers twists and turns, dances through the tulips, and then his pass to point was behind Lakovitz. 30 seconds of the power play to go. Lakovitz stretches, keeps possession for Nottingham. They're onside. Benedict, Lakovitz, Lepine gets a shot through traffic, hits Matthew Myers. Brayhead get it out. 15 seconds to go. They're going to get their man back again.
Been solid enough from Nottingham. A good shot from Clark. Definitely the best chance of the penalty. That one just skips off Lakovich's feet again. He's not having the best of nights.
And Jade Galbraith knew there was seconds to go and he could still wing it down the ice without penalty. So Panthers have it. Chipped to the middle by Harima. Fox loses it. An edge and can't get to it. Brock Wilson backs into his man. They're offside this time. Penalty coming up against Brock Wilson for interference, is it? Yep. No, elbows is the call. Elbows?
I was going to say interference would have been pretty harsh on Brock Wilson. It's two guys that come together, neither man with the puck, both men going in the directions they were going in. It's hard to call interference on that one. Didn't see an elbow personally, but if it's there, it's there, and it's the right call.
And the energy they can get from you. Let's hear it for the GMB Panthers.
This is a big kill for Nottingham with 2:32 to go in the second period. They're losing by a goal to nil in a 1-1 game.
Brock Wilson, 2 minutes for elbows. Panthers 25.
Jorgensen to the back door.
Penalty timed at 37 minutes, 28.
Danny Myers actually tries to throw. Was he trying to throw? Yeah, he was trying to throw a punch. The puck's underneath Kowalski, off his knees.
Wow, desperate defending from Nottingham. Definitely kept it out. I think Clan were appealing that it had gone over, but it definitely stayed out. Went behind the red line, then came back through the paint. Then it looked like Myers maybe got a piece of it as it came back in, and then Kowalski put an arm out to stop it going over the line. And then, as you say, I think Danny Myers will claim that he was swinging his arm at an aerial puck, but it looked more like he was trying to punch the guy.
Surely not. Panthers win the draw and Nielsen sends the diagonal dump off the boards. Still early days, there's 100 seconds of power play to go. We asked 100 people in 100 seconds to name Galbraith and Bayrak, almost telepathic to each other. Galbraith, nice pass through traffic. Panthers getting off. 3 fresh sets of legs come on. Francis and Benedict up front. Guy Lepine joins Nielsen on defence. Nielsen's been out there. He finishes his hit and gets a big slash from Galbraith for his trouble. And now they're on top of each other. And Nielsen knocks his helmet. Ref's going to send them both to the bin.
Have a seat, Joe.
Smart play from Corey Nielsen, that. I mean, I know he's got the penalty as well, but Panthers have got other players that can kill penalties, whereas you can't really replace Jay Galbraith's threat on the power play for Brayhead.
Jay Galbraith and the Brayhead clan.
Well, and also Corey was at the end of a very long shift. So he wasn't going to take part in the next 2 minutes of open
absolutely.
Play anyway.
It's a smart penalty to take from Nielsen, goading his man into it.
Still a Clan power play for a minute.
Number 13, Jay Galbraith, and Panthers 77, Corey Nielsen.
Guy Lepine just got enough for Krastanovic to
Clan 13,
spoil the breakout by the Clan. Sumalainen nearly made a bit of a mess of that, didn't he? And good hustle from Brandon Benedict.
3830.
And it hits him and goes through the blue paint and out the other side. Coincidental penalties against the pair of them. Hence we're still at the same manpower as when they were called. Good play by Nottingham. 2 or 3 players put sticks into that play and broke it up. Last 15 seconds of the power play for the Clan. Brock Wilson's going to join the action, so Panthers will end up with 3 D-men on the ice. So his job is to get straight over to the team bench. But it's Clan. Right through traffic. Kowalski couldn't have seen that one, and now Brock Wilson on the stretch. Straight out of the box. Can Brock Wilson finish? No, he misses the target. Beats the keeper, but fires to the side of the net. And you know what I'm going to say, don't you? That's why he's a D-man. Backhand shot off target. Coming in from Brock McPherson. He's got it again now. It's loose after it bobbles through. 7.2 seconds to go on a period. Won by the Braehead Clan by a 1-0. The game's tied at 1. A 20-minute hockey game to come.
Well, there's the difference between a stay-at-home defenseman and a playmaker sniper like Jake Galbraith, ladies and gentlemen. You saw what Galbraith did on his breakaway. You see what Brock Wilson does on his. You know, you always get the shot on that, is what you say. But it's a difficult one for him there, straight out of the box.
Actually, he took it well, didn't he? And he looked like he was going to get somewhere with it.
He bore down on it. He looked like he might sneak it through, but
Score at the end of
not to be.
Second period of tonight's Rapid Solicitors Elite League game, sponsored by Red Box Recorders. When you need to know exactly.
Galbraith's having a moan and a whine at the referee.
GMB Nottingham Panthers 1, the Braehead Clan 1.
I'll tell you, I didn't notice towards the end of that period Jeff Arima much. I don't know if he was there. We'll see if he comes out for the 3rd period, which is coming right up. 2 periods gone. It's Panthers 1, Braehead 1.
The players will be back after this short message from our headline sponsor. We know it's interrupting the interesting bit, but bear with us. We think you'll like this. Do you have a mortgage? Are you thinking about getting on the property ladder? Would you like to check if you could pay less on your monthly repayments? Then why not talk to Nottingham Mortgage Services? When you get mortgage advice from us, we won't just find you deals offered by only one lender. We search thousands of mortgages from over 60 lenders to find the right deal for you. Visit thenottingham.com to find out more or request a callback. Everything can be done from the comfort and convenience of your own home. Now back to the Nottingham Panthers.
We've got officials, we've got the Panthers, and finally we've got the Braehead Clan coming back out. But to be fair, we've shortened the intervals to try and make up some time tonight. And even the 12-minute gap between periods hasn't quite drawn to a close as the Clan come back out. They're staying in Nottingham tonight after this one because they're travelling on to Coventry.
8, 7 on Craig Kowalski, 8 on Yako Sulaimon.
So we outshot them 8-7 in the second period. Didn't feel like that from up here. But Panthers need a big start to this period rather than the lacklustre flat start we had second lad. Need a big start to 3rd period.
Right, here we go, 3rd period.
Yep, certainly be nice.
Rapid Solicitors Elite League game, sponsored by Red Box Recorders. When you need to know exactly what was said between tonight's visitors.
Top 5 players out on the ice for the Braehead Clan. Panthers go with the Myers-Clark Benedict line with Myers and Brock Wilson on defence. And referee Michael Hicks drops the puck, and Myers and Clark combine to win it for Nottingham. Matthew Myers takes it, spins around, he's still got it. He's got it right behind, wicked bounce off the plexiglass stanchion, and Panthers have got it across to Clark. It was bouncing around, he feeds the front, pad save, it's in! Matthew Myers is saying it's crossed the line. The lights come on. Is the referee going to give it? The lights come on, it was over the line. Matthew Myers absolutely insistent. Is referee Hicks going to get crossed off the last few cards in Nottingham? Matthew Myers is insistent it crossed in. Captain Danny Myers is saying. Goal judge didn't put the light on instantly, but then he did. Referee clearly hasn't seen it himself. He's asking both his linesmen. He's not pointing at the net. He's not going to give a goal. Matthew Myers was absolutely insistent that went in.
Based on the reaction of Matthew Myers, you have to say that's a goal. He's absolutely furious. Suomalainen makes the pad save, and it looked as if it was in front of his pad, but his pad, the toe of his pad was behind the line, and it's in that gap. And Matthew Myers is convinced. The light didn't go on straight away. When Suomalainen moved away, then the light goes on, and then Hicks gets to the line to see it. But, you know, Matthew Myers is absolutely convinced.
And he's actually saying now, even they're saying it went in. Even they're saying it went in.
It's a big moment. It's a big moment for an official to get wrong as well.
Matthew Myers wins the puck off Jorgensen to David Clark. David Clark tries to get the one-timer away. It's blocked. Brayhead bring it forward. He's Bayrak. He's got help arriving on the left wing. He's lost total control of the puck. David Clark goes back and uses the backhand and gets it across. Danny Myers doesn't quite get it at the first attempt, but he's got it forward to Benedict. Benedict's got it forward. It's in the feet of Matthew Myers. He's lost it now to Jorgensen. He gives it D to Bannister. Got a spare man at the back post in the shape of Bayrak. He's gone for the, well, good block by Danny Myers this time. He closed the route to goal. And now Panthers work it off the boards to Benedict. It's 3-on-2. Francis, back door. Tries to get the wheels going. Can he get a shot away? Brayhead were incredibly slow getting back there. Incredibly slow. We didn't take advantage of it. Well, the Panthers players were absolutely convinced that had gone in.
It might be what Nottingham need to kind of get them fired up, especially that line. That line's not been at its best tonight. That might be what they need. Probably still talking about it on the bench.
It comes in from Mark Levers, but the puck's with the Clan. McPherson gets it across. Gielepin looked like he was going to take Campbell's head off and then thought better of it. Nice little stick slash. Wins the puck for Nottingham, and it's in and out of the feet of Levers, and he's got it to Lakovitz. Lakovitz slams the brakes on. Levers has to slam the brakes on, and Lakovitz waits for reinforcements to arrive. It's arrived in the form of Jordan Fox. He went for that signature goal, didn't he, over the shoulder, and it just was too high. Give away by Danny Myers, and here's McPherson again. Glove saved by Kowalski at the other end. And we've had 2 minutes and 14 seconds of the third period. Panthers should have their noses in front. It's still 1-1.
Yeah, Jordan Fox went for his signature move, as you say, where he tries to arrow it over the front. It's a weird looking shot because there's no backlift. It's a kind of a smooth snapshot, which you don't see very often. Nice to watch. Lovely player to watch, Jordan Fox. If you want to learn the game, this is the line to watch. They've been outstanding tonight. Been outstanding for weeks, in fact.
Voiced in the movie by George Clooney, of course. Well, Suomalainen mishandles it. Fox gets it back to Beauregard, but he's robbed. Clan bring it forward, 3-on-2. Someone has to get back and help. And that man getting back was Harima. He did just enough, got a tip on it. That broke it up. Myers gets it forward. Beauregard has it. Harima goes to the corner in a foot race with Jorgensen. Jorgensen backhands it across. Zajac can't get to it. Benedict steams forward and gets it into the corner. Harima feeds it on a ricochet right to the blue paint. Benedict goes in to try and win it. Fox comes to help. Benedict and Fox trying to win the puck. Jorgensen wins the battle. Clark stretches. Bodies go down. Galbraith looking for a penalty.
Good block there by Lee with the one knee.
Great play by David Clark to control the puck, and that linesman waved that off long before Benedict played it. It's with David Clark in front, right into the numbers, rebound, and again into the chest, and again the keeper covers up. Panthers putting some pressure on now, building some momentum.
You do look at him and think he's got that record in his mind, David Clark. He's probably still a bit sore from that car crash as well. Really good chance there. You know, perhaps when he's at his sharpest, he finds the inside of a post and that goes in. Instead, it was kind of at the chest of the goalkeeper. He keeps it out. And even on the second attempt, where that puck could go anywhere, spoon into the top corner, pop the water bottle, that goes straight at him as well, and he just about hangs on.
Into the pads of Bannister, and it's kicked forward. Here's McPherson. One hands it down, but Guy Lepin gets there first. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass out into danger territory, but Panthers fashion a clearance this time. It's round the boards. Lakovic was open for a while, and Nielsen instead goes for the diagonal dump, and the speed of Lakovic to get to it, and he spins and turns in the corner. Guy Lepin through traffic, rebound. Levers tried to backhand it to Francis, couldn't at the first attempt, loses his footing. And Bannister fashions a clearance for the Clan. J.D. Galbraith jumps onto the ice and thinks he's in a foot race. Kowalski calm as you like. He's as good a stick handler as we've got on the team, isn't he? Francis gets the tip. Arima's not going to get to that one though. Phillips has it for the Clan. Bayrak backhands it forward. And Galbraith has not got the legs to beat Brock Wilson. Cousin to cousin. Fox takes over. Fox gets the legs going, has a look. Beauregard distracts the defence, and Fox is on a move all the way down right to the front. Harima can't get the shot away. They just smothered it out. Hit on Phillips was clean. Harima uses the boards and gets it round. Clever play, read the play. Beauregard turns it inside. Matthew Mize takes it in. Fans on it, doesn't get the pass away first time, has to have another go. Now he's with Clark, and Clark's lost control, and Bayrak gets it back, but only as far. Yes, David Clark finally gets one. Teed up by Benedict. Clan lost their way, didn't know where the puck was, and when it came to David Clark, he had to lean over. You or I would have fallen over, but he's so good, he fashioned a shot out of nothing, and that one had goal written all over it. 3 more for the record. Yep,
3 more left for David Clark. Loved his little goal celebration as well, when he took one glove off and he just pointed to the goal like the referee should do. That one was certainly in. Panthers get their noses in front. Maybe that disallowed goal was what they needed to fire them up. Really good finish from David Clark. 2-1 lead for the Nottingham Panthers.
Goal for the Panthers, 17th of the
Well, you see,
for number 5.
Campbell had Matt Myers' stick all tied up under his armpit. And it still was tied up. Benedict has a chance.
Time of the goal, 45 minutes, 23.
Penalty coming.
45-23, the time of the goal, and now is it David Clark got in the box? It is. The goal scorer goes for a rest. He can't celebrate with the team bench. He has to celebrate with Carol Howarth in the away team bench.
At least he can talk about the goal.
I never got an invite to that party. You been to many parties this Christmas, Owen?
One, I think.
What was the Radio Nottingham office party like this year?
Well, the Radio Nottingham sport party was a lot of fun.
Did anyone disgrace
always
themselves?
with
Go on,
those
spill
boys.
the beans, spill the beans.
Well, you know, I would love to. I'd love to say that Chris Ellis stayed out all night, but he's got responsibilities now, so he went to bed early and left it to us younger gents to carry on his reputation.
What about that Colin Frey guy?
Again, he's got kids. Had to go home early. Gets text from his teenage lad saying...
Were there TV people there?
No, it was just the radio one.
I'd have bet money on... I'd have had Colin Hazelden in the sweepstake.
I think the smart money for Drunk First is usually on me.
Yeah, I remember Millennium New Year. I had... oh, here we go. Bannister trying to set up Galbraith. Hanging around at the hash marks. Lakovic comes to block the shooting channel. Shot off target. Bannister will keep it in for Braehead. Little stick in from Fox. Spoiled the pass. We're halfway through the kill, but they've still got nearly a minute on the power play. Galbraith behind the net. Panthers with bodies. Not a good pass. Bannister has to kick it out of his feet, and then his attempted shot is Deflected, and another pass is deflected, but it gets to Galbraith. Galbraith has a look, passes it to the front. Kowalski makes the save. Brock Wilson has... that was a bit late, wasn't it? A bit naughty. The entire Braehead bench, 250 feet away, thought that was in.
Yeah, players on the ice did as well. Never looked like it was going in. Went for the move where you try and pull the goalie off his front post, scoop it around him on the backhand or forehand. But Kowalski stayed with it all the way, kept it out. Not sure what all the excitement was about, really. Good kill from Nottingham in so much as even though they're not clearing the puck, they're getting sticks on it, and what that does is it stops the momentum, it stops the crisp passing where you go through the seams and pull the guys around, just doing enough to keep them out.
Bannister through traffic, good stick save by Kowalski. 20 seconds of power play to go. Guy Lepin finishes his hit. Panthers put sticks in, Benedict and Guy Lepin. Guy Lepin backhands it only as far as Bannister. Bannister gives it to Bayrak. Bayrak gets the wheels going, gives it to the back post. Wide open Krestanovic, but they passed it behind him.
Well, again, really nice stick in from Benedict. I think it was in between the hash marks. Just about got his stick on it. Breaks up the play. Good kill from Nottingham. Important kill too.
Oh, Rima was flapping at that one-handed. Great rob. Great steal by Fox. Beauregard's picked up a penalty behind the play.
Panthers home penalty box sponsors are Solutions for...
That's a mystery one to me. So I might as well explain that Millennium New Year, we had a player and we took a sweepstake on how long he'd last. And I had 11 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And I missed out by 5 minutes because he passed out. We put him in the taxi at 5 to 11.
I was 13 years old and I lasted longer than that.
It was an interesting night. If I ever write the book, it's going to be a chapter all on its own, Millennium New Year. Hooking's the call against David Alexander Beauregard. The Clan back on the power play. They've just had 2 minutes of it. Now they've got another 2 minutes of it, and they've got their second unit out there at the moment. Their top unit is catching their breath after doing the last power play. Good block by Danny Mice, sends it upstairs. We've seen Steve Lee do that already this match.
Now, I've been solid at the back. Plenty of bodies going down, but they've timed it well every time. Blocks with knees and shin pads and toes of skates, keeping the Clan out. 24 seconds gone, and it's a solid start to this one as well.
96 seconds of power play to go for the Clan. Panthers lead by 2-1. It should be 3-1. Fox, of a fashion, beats Krestanovic to the puck, and Guy Lepin has a lot of time. Takes his eye off the puck. It's picked out of mid-air by Galbraith. No one anywhere near him. Fans screaming for high sticks. Could do better than invest in a rule book for Christmas.
Interestingly, though, the linesman closest to us did indicate a high stick initially before it was waved off. So we'll buy him 1-2.
It's not a linesman's call. Backdoor, Bayrak gives it to David Clark. Take your time, David. Take your time, Clarkie. They have to come and get it. And he bounces one through. In and out of the glove of Jorgensen. It's a tight bunch of players at Braehead, isn't it? Because they haven't got the strength in depth. Good play by Lakovitz. Gives it behind to Nielsen. Bangs it across. Myers forward. Matthew Myers loses out. 28 seconds of penalty kill to go. And Clan haven't had the puck much. The Panthers get it all the way down. It's a foot race. Phillips and Lakovitz goes one side, tries to lift the stick. Phillips comes out the other side of it, but they've only got 14 seconds of man advantage still. Haywood, former Sheffield player, with the Steel Dogs really. Good stick in there from Matthew Myers, sent it upstairs, and Panthers are going to get Beauregard back. He's out of jail. Lakovitz sends one in. It's too high for the keeper to get. Two players blow tyres on the play, but Panthers get the puck to Beauregard. Oh, just was picked off by Wedderburn.
Excellent shift from Rob Lakovitz on the penalty kill. Out there for a very long time, made some really smart plays. And even the dump in at the end of the power play was excellent. Put it deep, put it right in.
Well, Wedderburn intercepted the shot from Stevie Lee. Galbraith was away to the races at the back door, but Brock Wilson intercepted, took it off. It's coming back round to Brock Wilson now for the G&B Panthers. We're in the last 10 minutes of the game. Sponsored by Redbox Recorders. Panthers try to force it out front. It hasn't got there. Jordan Fox steps forward, knows his teammates are offside, so it's a change on the fly, and he dumps it in. 9 miles to go for Nottingham. They lead by 2-1. Here's Galbraith, the league's leading scorer. Matt Francis hustled and bustled and got back there. It's bounced over a stick. Offside. Offside by a mile. His feet were miles offside when he took possession of that puck.
Man, it's mad that that's not seen by the official. Absolutely mad. Collects the puck inside the blue line. How is that not offside?
No comment. Lever's tips got it in. Zajac is robbed by Benedict and then tries to tie the man up. Matthew Myers and Benedict bringing out. Oh, sharp pass from Benedict, but there's no one in between the hash marks to take it for Nottingham. D to D, Lepin to Lee. Tipped by Nottingham, it's right to the front. Matthew Myers.
Hooked all the way in, penalty shot.
Why
surely,
isn't that a penalty shot? Come on, yes, he's got to give it, because he knows it was a. Oh, look at this, little bit of afters. Guy Lepin getting in there to try and protect his skilled players. 27 is Campbell, just trying to get Guy Lepin out of the way.
David Clark looks like he's going to go as well.
David Clark squares off there with Adam Walker. He won't go. Unnecessary afters from the Brayhead clan.
And at the end of all this, we're still going to have a penalty shot.
Now, far be it for me to suggest this, but that would never have been a penalty shot in any other game than this one, where Matthew Myers has clearly been denied a goal. That wouldn't have been given. It would have been a 2-minute penalty.
No, I have to agree with you. I think far too often referees in this league don't give penalty shots when they absolutely should. He's clearly through. He was in the hash marks when he was first getting hooked. He was hooked all the way in. Thankfully, the referee's got it right. But it's a big moment. 8 to go. 2-goal lead would be excellent. And I suppose what the scrum probably does is unsettle Sumalainen for a bit.
Well, did you see Bannister giving the ref some jip there? He's a whiny coach, isn't he?
Again, it's not his role. It's not his job. He's not allowed to be there, so I don't know why he is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that Corey talks to the referees, but he talks as he's skating past them. He doesn't get in their face.
Well, exactly. That's the difference. I've seen, you see Corey chatting a lot throughout the game, but he doesn't ever come out. I've almost never seen Corey Nielsen as the coach come over to the referee's circle here to state his case. It's not right. It shouldn't happen.
Tonight's Rapid Solicitors Elite League game, and it's sponsored by Redbox Recorders. Is there any noise?
There was two Brits who really squared off. Zajac's sitting down as well.
And let's have a roar for the
Benedict's getting 2 minutes. He's balanced the books on the penalties. See, but that's Clark and Benedict out of the action. A brilliant Brit, soon to be the league's all-time leading goal scorer, and Benedict. And they've lost Zajac and Walker. That's a great trade for Brayhead, for Bannister.
Okay, first of all, the referee has awarded a penalty shot to the Panthers to be taken.
The fans are cheering. The odds are stacked in favour of a goalie.
I've just seen Zajac punching the inside of the penalty box. I'm not sure why.
Number 29, Adam Walker, and 4, Sam Zajac. And Panthers 5, David Clark, and 26, Brandon Benedict, all received 2-minute penalties for roughing.
I just don't see the point of that.
Panthers 5 and 26.
In the old days, Ken Taggart at most would have given them 2 minutes each for delaying the game just to embarrass them for not actually getting on with it.
But again, as we've seen before, Clark clearly wanted to go, and the referee steps in and doesn't let him fight.
Yeah. So Matthew Myers Gets a cheer from the fans. At 51-56, it's a penalty shot. Referee gives his instructions to goalie Jaakko Suomalainen from Helsinki. Smorgasbord. Oh, that's the wrong country, isn't it? That's Sweden. Here comes Matthew. Can he finish it? Bit of justice. Oh, hits the side of the net. No goal. Still a 2-1 game. So now all of that has worked in Bannister and the Clan's favour.
Absolutely has. Matthew Myers went for, I guess you call it the Galbraith, tried to go to the backhand, but Suomalainen moved across with him. Didn't really deke enough either direction. Lovely goal in the NHL shootout the other night, by the way, by Patrick Sharp. He came in slowest you'll ever see anyone. Side to side so many times, deep so many times. And again, Clanner talking to the referee.
Well,
goodness only knows why.
Bayrak's not the captain, is he? Krestanovic is the captain. See, that's a game management problem that referees, I've said it before, a guy I used to know, a football referee, Kevin Howley, he only let people swear at him once. Then he gave them a mouthful and said it's not happening again. Fox trying to feed the front, Beauregard was hanging around looking for it. Nielsen uses the board, gets it round, bad bounce off the Zamboni entrance. Fox gets it back to Danny Myers, shoots, glove save, although it was off target. But
again, better off target and in the glove for a face-off than hitting into the legs and coming back the other way, because Danny Myers was static at that point. The guy coming onto him probably gets onto it, so you don't mind that so much.
Ooh, showboating from Bannister. He's got it to Bayrak.
He'll probably tell the ref about it in a minute.
Have a wine. I think we should get him some cheese for Christmas, then they can have a cheese and wine party. Not cleared by Danny Myers. Krestanovic goes to get it, turns it to the corner. Galbraith gets a nudge from Nielsen. And he's giving it straight to Fox. Off the boards from Fox, that'll be icing against the GMB Nottingham Panthers when it's touched by Bannister. Turn back, only got as far as Campbell. Corey Nielsen trying to win it. Tried to go one way, it's gone right across. Phillips is going to get to that one first, sends it behind the net, bounces over Hayward's stick. Campbell uses the boards to get it to the corner for Hayward. Backhand back to Campbell and it gets over the stick of Jordan Fox. He's brought it right to the front back door. McPherson, it was harder to miss than score. It's all Clan at the moment. Good interception by Beauregard, sends it to neutral ice. We switch 1D and 1 forward. Clan have got it back in through Hayward. He leaves it for Campbell. Hit comes in from Steve Lee and K-Wall Killer Kowalski says, I'll glove that. Let's get some fresh legs on. Let's get it sorted.
I do love to see players finishing the hits. Good work from Stevie Lee. Nottingham at times on that play looked like they were on the penalty kill, scrambling around, just about doing what they needed to do to keep it out, but they dodged a bullet on that chance when McPherson, I think, came in at the back post, took it on the backhand, but he should have scored.
And it wasn't Brayhead's number 1 line. It wasn't their stars. Well, they all swipe at it. Good pass in the end from Levers forward to Lakovitz. Now, you see, that looks like hooking and holding to me. And this referee has called that in the past. That level of interference. Well, Galbraith was offside again. Glove save on the soft shot from Jorgensen.
Expect a bit better from Brock Wilson there when the man's coming in on him. He wants to come to the inside. Brock's got to show him down the outside and then rub him out in front of the home bench. Instead, he hedged his bets, moved to the outside, and the guy cuts in and has a decent scoring chance. Just needs to keep calm, keep his head, do the basics.
Just under 6 minutes to go. It's 2-1 to the GMB Panthers in this Rapid Solicitors Elite League game, sponsored by Redbox Recorders. When you want to know exactly what's said, they do those recording machines, you know, for companies. You know, when it says this conversation has been recorded for training and other purposes. Brandon Benedict tried to steal it, tried to pick a pocket. Didn't happen though, but Panthers have it now. Matthew Myers tries a speculative shot through traffic and goes and gets his own rebound off the backboards. Now that's hooking, that's slashing. That's a good poke shot.
Again though, he was hooked and held all the way in. Mystifying that it's not called.
See, one of the reasons you could argue it isn't being called is because he doesn't want another earful, another bashing. Oh, straight giveaway. Arima tries to kick it through. Just didn't work. 3-on-2 break for the Clan. 4-on-2. Man at the back door. Shot comes in from Phillips. Would have gone for a throw-in in soccer, wouldn't it? Arima tries to pull a move. Bayrak takes a hit from Fox. No one knows where the puck is and it lands on Kristanovic's stick. Stevie Lee gets it with the feet. Couldn't get it with the stick. He chips it down off the wall. And a tired line goes for a rest. It's going to be one of those finishers. McPherson.
Penalty coming.
Against Francis. Now, was that really much more serious than what they did at the other end?
Well, no, it's a bit more...
Oh, look at this, he's still moaning.
Solutions for accounting. If you need help with your accounting systems, call Solutions for Accounting.
You know, it's a bit more elaborate, it's a bit more obvious, but in terms of the offence, it's exactly the same as what's happened to Matthew Myers when he wheels around the zone.
Well, Bannister was banging his stick on the ice, like in applause. You know, so now you got one right, well done. You see, that's what I'm saying, it influences the referee. And if he's told he can't talk to him, he can't influence the referee. Panthers have to kill this one now. Big power play. And we've got Campbell, Galbraith. Ooh, 2-on-2 perhaps. Levers takes it down the left wing. Off the boards to Matthew Myers. He's left all on his own. Uses the boards. Plays it back to the D. Good play. It's only an eighth of it gone. The Panthers have the puck. That's the safest place for it to be. Levers was tired, so Clark sent it all the way down the ice. Good play as well. Quarter of it gone. Don't worry, I'm not going to do the whole thing in fractions. 3/8 of it gone. Jade Galbraith jams it round. It's on its end. Jordan Fox takes. Oh, it's. I was going to say a great play, but it in the end got picked off. He needs to win it back. He can't. Kristanovic gives it back to the blue line. McPherson across to Bannister. Bannister to Galbraith in the corner. Backhands it low. Corey Nielsen knows that's coming and wings it down the ice. Pizza for Suomalainen. Obviously from Pizza Express in Hockley. This time Kowalski gets to it. Brock Wilson trying to get involved in the stick handling. He's allowed the Clan to get there. We're nearly 3/4 of a way through the kill. Galbraith looks to see if there's a shot for him. There isn't. Gives it to Kristanovic, to Bannister, back to Kristanovic. Kristanovic can't get the shot away. Bannister has to take it on the backhand, can't get the shot away. Phillips has to take it on the backhand, gives it back to Bannister. Moves his feet, gets it to Kristanovic. Great chance to shoot, glove down by Bannister. This time Kowalski will hang on. And Francis is out of jail in 5 seconds.
Panthers lucky that the two Brayhead point men weren't so much that they were caught on the wrong side, but they've been likely to play with Bannister at the top and his two wingers. And Bannister had to come over to this near side. It meant that he was always on his backhand for the one-timer, never able to get it off. Panthers just about doing enough to hold on to this lead. 2:19 to go in the game. 5 seconds left on the penalty kill before Francis is back. Another good win from Fox.
They got good help as well. Gilipin sounds the brakes on and gets it across to Corey Nielsen, sends one up the boards. Francis can't quite reach it, so that'll be icing as Wedderburn plays it. So Panthers can't change their personnel. O'Halloran and the linesman can't catch the puck. Matt Hayward says, I'll take it to halfway for you, but now you've got to pick it up. This one is sponsored by Red Box Recorders. It's tight. We thought it would be. The Clan won 7-1 at Dundee last week. Good play by Beauregard. Lifted a stick, jammed it back on the backhand to Corey Nielsen. Nielsen forward. Between the legs by Francis. It's picked off and sent forward. Hayward, though, with a little clip, only gets it to Nielsen. Nielsen takes it in. Sends it in low. No heroics now, boys. Jordan Fox didn't know where it was. It was between his feet. Harima gets to it and kicks it in low. Beauregard cleverly oversteps it. Jordan Fox shoots. Sweeps round a man and shoots. 90 seconds to go. Penalty coming up against Harima just for being strong on the play. No, 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 no. When you've been letting stuff go, you don't call it 92 seconds to go.
This is exactly the problem that we were talking about. A referee has to be consistent, and consistent doesn't mean he's consistent for 50 minutes and then he calls everything in the final 10, having called nothing beforehand. He's got to be consistent throughout the game. Harima's battling with a man. There's two players in that battle for the puck.
92 seconds to go. Why isn't Bannister taking his time out and possibly pulling the keeper as well? They've won the puck. Bannister's shot, pad save. It's rolling around. Galbraith struggled to control it at first. Now he's got it backhand. Keeper's Sumalainen still in his net. It's a 5-on-4 power play. Right to the front, skips over. McPherson can't get to it. Bannister goes back, has a look. Harried by Francis. He's got it forward to Jorgensen. Jorgensen inside to McPherson and back out to Jorgensen. Galbraith at the back door. Stevie Lee gets a piece in right to the front. Kowalski makes the save. It's on the side net in and Stevie Lee uses the boards and gets it down. Keeper's gone now. They've gone 6 skaters against 4. No icing whistle against Nottingham. They're short-staffed. Gila Pin causes some nervousness. Brandon Benedict, can he get it out of it? Can he hit the empty net? Tries to feed David Clark. David Clark spins and shoots, and with 34 seconds to go, it's given the puck away. McPherson dumps it in, tries to go and get it, tries to manhandle his way past Benedict. David Clark has to go over. Jorgensen. Blocked by Stevie Lee. Can Gila Pin get to it? Finishes his hit on Krestanovic. Panthers. Kicked by Galbraith. To Campbell. To Bannister. Blocked by Benedict. Can he hit the empty net now? He's got a help in the middle. No, he waits his time and then he hits it into the empty net with 5 seconds to go. Panthers win by 3-1. Deserved. Looked dodgy in the second period, but Panthers thoroughly deserved to win this one by 3-1. Clever play by Benedict.
Absolutely have deserved this one. Nottingham really gutsy end to this game. They've been on the kill for most of it. David Clark's goal giving them the lead in the third, and then, as you say, really nice play from Brandon Benedict. Waited on the boards, no one came to him. That killed the clock, and that gave him time to settle himself and just drill one in from inside his own half, right in front of that board in front of the home bench, and he got a pat on the back immediately from his teammates.
Scored by number 26, Brandon Benedict.
Jordan Fox wins the draw and dribbles it forward to run out the last 5 seconds of the game. And with period scores of 1-0, 0-1 and 2-0 thanks to that empty netter, we go to Dundee just before Christmas in better spirits. 3 points out of 4 at the start of the Christmas period for the Nottingham Panthers and a win against tricky opposition. My thanks to Owen Bradley on the colour commentators mic. As ever, my thanks to the excellent Steve Wilkinson on the camera lens. This is Gary Rand saying thanks for watching. Enjoy the Man of the Match presentations coming up from our good friends at Red Box Recorders. Final score, G&B Panthers 3, Braehead Clan 1.
And from all the Panthers and all of the Panthers organisation.
Okay, time now for the presentation of tonight's ARCO Man of the Match Awards, chosen and presented on behalf of our match sponsors Red Box Recorders by Eddie and Laura Worthington and Fran Stephen. Tonight's Man of the Match for the clan, number 7, Drew Bannister.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Brayhead clan as they leave the ice. And to your fans, thank you for coming. Have a safe journey back up to Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brayhead clan.
And the man of the match for the GMB Panthers, number 26, Brandon Benedict.
Top cat, the most effectual top cat, whose intellectual close friends get to call him DC, providing its with dignity. Top cat, the indisputable leader of the gang. He's the boss, he's the
And now, ladies and gentlemen,